Good evening. I hope I find you well on this sunny day. It was for a bit of wind and chilly enough. Sweetheart of Jesus, fount of love and mercy, today we come, thy blessing to implore. Oh, touch our hearts, so cold and so ungrateful, and make us love thee more and more each day. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Sweetheart of Jesus, make us pure and gentle, and teach us how to do thy blessed will, to follow close the print of thy dear footsteps. And when we fall, sweetheart, oh, love us still. Sweetheart of Jesus, we implore. Oh, make us love thee more and more. Isn't that lovely? Could you ask for better than that? No matter which way you look at it. Now, Hail, Queen of Heaven, the ocean star, guide of the wanderer here below. Thrown on life's surge, we claim thy care. Save us from peril and from woe. Mother of Christ, Star of the sea, pray for the wanderer, pray for me. O gentle, chaste, and spotless maid, we sinners make our prayers to thee. Remind thy Son that he has paid the price of our iniquity. Virgin most pure, Star of the sea, pray for the sinners, pray for me. That's lovely. There's a blessed mother. Smiling. There you are, blessed mother. This is your little spot here, isn't it? I have my little statues everywhere. Now, we'll sing this one as well as we're at it. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they nailed him to the cross? Were you there when they took him from the tomb? Were you there when they took him from the tomb? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they took him from the tomb? Were you there when the stone was laid away? Were you there when the stone was laid away? Sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when the stone was laid away? Isn't that lovely? Yeah. That's a grand hymn that I love. Johnny Cash made it famous. Johnny was repentant, I think, towards the end of his life. And that was good because he was a grand singer. I had the pleasure of hearing him a few times. So let's talk where we had a mixed day here, a bit of a wind there. It wasn't too pleasant, the old wind, but there was a bit of sun, then rain as well, heavy enough rain. And a kind of a thin wind makes it cooler, doesn't it? I mean, the old saying was January, February, puff and blow, fill the ditches full of snow. Well, it didn't snow, but it can be cold at times. So we had a good day at a pot of tea with my friend this morning. Party and a bit of a chat about this, that, and the other. And we'd have it in Farley's, a very nice local pub here in the town, very well kept. But where we normally sit, that's been all back there putting up new wallpaper, and they take down all sorts of lights and pictures and all the rest of it. And really, and I said to Tom, I don't see anything wrong with that wallpaper. It looks as good as something. Must have been good quality. So anyway, so I don't know what they'll be doing to the rest of the place, but it must be an expensive job with all the stuff that this will and lights as well. And so it was a tough job. Painter, so he wanted to be nearly like an electrician as well. He had a little drill, these drills that you don't have to plug in. It was battery operated. So, anyways, we left and we hadn't started painting because taking all sorts of stuff down. So I'll be away for a few days and I'll see my friend Thursday week. So hopefully it'll be back to normal by then. I wouldn't like that work that's going on. It doesn't seem necessary to yours truly. And I did a few chores today. I bought a new, not a mop, one of these ones that you can, if you're using flash, it's one that you can press a Bosco brush and the basin, I filled it with some water and this flash for to clean the floor and in the bathroom because it needed doing, the way it's a tile floor, non-slip. So I cleaned that and then I cleaned the hall. So I was busy because you can be doing other things that you're not actually achieving that. And so I did that today. And I was glad I did it. I did the hall as well. So it's chip shape and I did the kitchen. I've liner in the kitchen to brighten it up a bit. So I give that a going over. So I was busy. So these are the chores you have to do. Woman's work is never done. Yours truly's work is never done either. So that was something to do. I could hoover and I could do this, that and the other. But you know something? You'd be blue in the face. You'd never be finished. Because as soon as everything done and tidied up and all the rest of it, suddenly there's something else that you spot. Spend the whole day at that racket. So you have to do other things, don't you? When I have my little item here where I did the responsorial sermon, the second reading in the Holy Land on Mount Tabor, in the church of Mount Tabor in the Holy Land. I was delighted to be able to do something. I was hoping to do the whole lot. In 2014, it's over now nearly 11 years ago. And I did it and I have it, I got it framed and I have all the words there, which I'm very pleased with, that I got to do it. That's where our divine Savior Jesus was supposed to ascend into heaven for. But he went up to Mount Tabor as well with Peter, John, and James, and he went away and he was transfigured, talking to Moses and not Elijah, Egypt or Isaac, and he was in dazzling white, and a voice came from heaven saying, "This is my beloved son. I'm well pleased and listen to his voice." And Pastor got affrighted lay down the ground shivering. The next thing is a cloud coming. Jesus was standing with him, and Peter was next to me. He said, "We saw what happened. We built 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses and thing, and then one for us." He said, "No, what you've seen here, say nothing until I'm no longer with you," or something like that. So wasn't that a good situation? I was pretty delighted to say it, because I was there in 2019, I think, before the COVID out with cardiology, and we had instead of having the tour guide we'd normally have be a practicing Catholic, we had a Jewish one, and we got halfway up, but we were out with cardiology with lunches. You had a breakfast and evening meal. You didn't need a lunch. A cup of tea and a biscuit is all you needed in the middle of the day. But they were having lunch 2 hours, so that we didn't get up to the Mount Tabor to the Mass. So and then she disputed something about Jesus descended from there. So I mean, she was useless as far as I was concerned, and I didn't bother going with her anymore. Anywhere, I did my own thing because I couldn't listen. She was talking non-stop on the bus, and there was 2 buses. I said, "God, couldn't you get near the bus?" Do you ever find somebody like that just talk too much? You haven't time to say a prayer. Bye now, and enjoy the rest of the evening.